Thanks for tuning in to Double Tap here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are not already. Janine Stanley joined us on this week's edition of Double Tap TV on AMI TV. She is the Director of Customer Communications from Aira, and she joins us again in this video and talks about Aira's availability on the Blind Shell Classic 2.
You're watching Double Tap TV.
We're in conversation with Janine Stanley, Director of Customer Communications for Aira. Exciting so far, right, Mark?
Oh, definitely, Stephen. Now, Janine, let's switch gears because you haven't just launched only on the Envision glasses, but also Blind Shell Classic 2 mobile phone.
It is in the process of launching, and we are pretty psyched about this because this phone, and I know you folks have talked about it, but it is the phone for somebody who doesn't want a touchscreen phone because it is technically a smartphone. It's based on an Android phone. And so it's got that Android, backbone on it, but it is their own operating system. All of the apps are written to their specifications so that they are quote unquote fully accessible, which they are. You're not going to find something that doesn't work on here because they will not allow it in their app catalog. And so you've got all sorts of options. You've got buttons, physical buttons, which are pretty rewarding. When you push that button, you know something has happened.
Messages. 2 of 7.
Okay, we are on the home screen here of the Blind Shell, and I'm just going to go to applications, which is,
Applications. Internet browser.
and
1 of 10.
you can do these all by number on the phone. You notice 1 of 10.
Tools. 2 of 10.
I'm going to go to 7, which is visual aids.
Vision 8. Aira Explorer. 1 of 10.
This is the beta version, so this is not the production version. But once we're in the app, then there are up and down navigation bars on the Blind Shell, and you're going to use those just like up and down arrows. No cursor cross. I know a lot of people hate the cursor cross.
Welcome to Aira.
And so from there, you're going to put in your phone number. You're going to get a code, which will come to you on an accessible text from the Blind Shell. So you can then input that code. And there's a sign in with phone number, but you can also
Sign in with email.
sign in with email, which is going to be really helpful. If you already have an app, you can sign in with the phone number that is attached to your existing Aira app. A lot of people say that they're giving up their iPhones because that was the only reason they had an iPhone was to use Aira. And you can now, and you notice our app is called Aira Explorer on the Blind Shell. And we're not sure if we're going to use that as the new name of the Aira 3.0 app, but look for our mobile apps sometime in early 23 to actually all go to this format. So it's like one code to rule them all. But it it will be a very similar format to the desktop, and we're going to be adding some features to the desktop here soon. And one of those is going to be the ability to switch your profile. So if you have an Ira account for work or school and your personal account, you can switch back and forth between the two of them. But these Google Voices are great on this phone, and the thing has an insane battery life. It's like 90-hour battery life, something like that. But even using Ira, it's just crazy. I mean, I see my battery an hour walk and my battery drops maybe 10%, maybe.
Fantastic demonstration of the app on the Blind Shell Classic 2, Janine. Sounds fantastic. Now, previously on the show, we've also talked about ARX Vision, and I believe that Aira is coming to that device too. Is that right?
Well, we are continuing to work with the folks at ARX Vision. As you may remember, that is only available right now on Android. They are promising an iOS release. And because we know that's going to be such a popular headset, we really want it to work on both platforms before we release it because, there'll be lots of demand. And we already hear, wow, the Envisions are so expensive. And we want to make sure that everybody can participate as much as possible. Now, um, pricing for the Envision glasses, I tell people look to your local dealer. We have a 10% discount right now through October 31st if you order it from Ira. I'm not sure that is in all of our service areas though. So check your local dealer. I believe for you folks at Sight and Sound, you can get a demo from them, I believe. There may also be other places in the UK where you can get demos and whatnot of Envision. And I don't know who sells the blind shell, but if you go to blindshell.com, they do have a where to buy.
Janine, it's a pleasure to have you back here on Double Tap TV. Ira has been such an enabler for me, and as I mentioned earlier, after spending some time using the app in Manchester, England recently, I feel I could literally go anywhere now thanks to the service.
That is so humbling, and you're not the first person to say that, Stephen. And it's so humbling for all of us that work at Ira. It's just, I mean, I know how it changed my life and how I went places where I would never have gone by myself before, and I get it, but still, it's like, oh, we actually do that. Oh, wow.
Thanks for coming on, Janine.
You are so welcome, Stephen.
That is Janine Stanley, Director of Customer Communications for Aira, and that's spelled A-I-R-A, by the way, if you're searching for it. So many times I spelled it wrong, Stephen. I got to ask you a question as we wrap things up. I'm curious which platform excites you the most about this service being available.
I think the Blind Shell Classic 2 is brilliant for a lot of people who do not want to get into the smartphone world, who don't like touchscreens. I think that's great. For me personally, it's Envision all the way, because I just love the capability, not just of the app being available on the glasses, but also what the glasses themselves can do. And they're so cool as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to get my hands on them.
The biggest takeaway, Stephen, honestly, that I get from Aira, and of course being able to use it on these devices, is that sense of freedom, that sense of independence, that you don't want to feel like you're burdening anybody, and by having the service available to you, it gives you that, and it gives you that in a way that is embarrassing, that isn't in a way that you feel like you're burdening anybody with that responsibility.
It's like any service. If someone gives you something or does something for you, you feel a sense of guilt potentially for that, right? But if you're paying for a service and someone's delivering you that service you've paid for, then it feels like you're on an equal level, and I like that.
Well, that's a wrap. Thank you guys for being here this week. Thank you to Janine Stanley. We will catch you again on our next edition of Double Tap TV.
Thanks for watching Double Tap. Send us your feedback to feedback@doubletaponair.com. Leave us a voicemail at 1-877-803-4567.
Thanks for watching this Double Tap video. Again, if you're not already subscribed to our channel, hit that subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell. It will help you get notified when we've got a brand new video just like this to share with you.